Hello guys, this is Pam coming to you again with FlossTube number 2 or dos. It's 2 days after 4th of July, so it's the 6th of July, and I'm here to show you a new 3D printed item for cross stitch and a craft that I might be working on, and I need y'all's input, and my whips that I worked on this last week. So first let's get into the I want to do the 3D printed item first, so because I'm so excited about it and I can't wait. So anyway, I was watching Primrose Cottage Stitches and Quilting, and their mother, which I'm sorry I didn't get your name, was talking about an antique glass candy dish. It was milk glass, and it was, my grandma had one on her table with that nasty Christmas candy in it, and it would set out for days, and then she'd say, oh, you want a piece of candy? And when you went to grab a piece of candy, it was hard, and you're like, oh, grandma, thanks, I really enjoy it, but you really wanted some candy, so you just cracked the pieces apart and got a piece of candy. Anyway, my husband printed, or I told him what to design, and the first thing didn't come out too well. It's a little short, it's kind of wobbly, and there's some flaws here around the edge. So I told him to extend it a little bit. The next version was this. Now, if you don't know what this is modeled at, let's see, the base looks taller. And then we filled it with sand in the bottom to weight it. If you're not familiar with what this is, then look up milk glass candy dish, and it's white milk glass, like what I'm saying. It's white glass. It's a candy dish, and then on top you put a flower frog, a glass flower frog, or a pin cushion, she said. Now this is the design in pieces. Okay, and you put this little plug in here, in the bottom here, and then you glue the two together right here after you fill this up with sand and you weight it. And if you purchase one from my store, it will come together and weighted with sand or lizard litter, whichever one I can get my hands on. So anyway, you're probably wondering what this thing does. So let me explain it to you with a visual. This is a 3D printed replica, this is not the real thing, of an antique milk glass candy dish. Now, this piece in the top is a 3D printed flower frog, like the glass one that you get at the antique store, which I have one, but my husband misplaced it somewhere. He can't find it. It fits perfectly in the top of this, so he 3D printed this one to fill in for that one. So anyway, you put your scissors in here, and I wasn't sure if, I'm just going to call her Primrose Mom. I hope that's okay, because I love y'all's videos. They're so cool. So I'm not sure if Primrose Mom wanted to put her scissors inside the frog in the top, which she's probably looking for a glass frog to go in her glass candy dish, or if she wanted to put her scissors on the side. Now, some of you probably have enough scissors to fill this up. Just saying. This is going to be offered on my 3D printed Etsy shop called Wilson 3D Designs and Stitchery. And you can purchase one there. You can purchase one with just the base, so you can put your own flower frog in there, or you can buy the 3D printed flower frog too to go on the top. And like I said, you can put your scissors here, or you can put your scissors here. I'm not sure which one Primrose Mom wants to do, but if anybody has a link with her or can tag her in this, that would be great. I'd like to hear her feedback on it to see if I came close to what her idea was, and then maybe this would fill in the want until she could get her hands on an antique. So y'all let me know if anybody could reach out to her for me and tell her about the Wilson 3D Designs antique inspired candy dish. This is not an antique. This was printed on a 3D printer. Okay? So let me put my scissors up and get all the frogs out of the way. They're so cute. I kind of like the green, the teal, and I like the white. The pink was done as a prototype situation, so we don't waste the silk filament. If y'all know about my floss drops, you know. So I didn't say in the beginning, but I am Southwest Florida Stitcher. My Etsy store is Wilson 3D Designs and Stitchery. You can find me on there. You can find my patterns on there. That's my cross stitch pattern 1 and 2. And my husband's working on 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 right now. I don't know. Maybe like 5. So anyway, let's get into the FlossTube mentions this last week. Those are going to be Britches Get Stitches, Natasha, which she goes by Tasha. She mentioned my new FlossTube or my floss drops in her. I think she just mentioned my floss drops. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But I'd like to thank her. Tasha, hi, if you're watching this. I love her channel, Britches Get Stitches, because she sews and cross stitches. And that's really cool, because I like to sew and cross stitch too. My next mention is the Carolina Stitchers. Hi, Joy, and is it Emma? Emma K, I think her name is. Hi. I got to meet them at StitchCon. I put a picture of them at the end of my FlossTube number 1. They are really cool. I talked to her on Instagram and YouTube. She put a picture of my sister, and she showed my floss drops in her last video. My sister was the one that made Emma K's Smalls Exchange. So they put a picture of her in their last video. And then they also mentioned she did an It bag. Stephen King's It. She had a bag. And she mentioned my Freddy bag. I call this my Freddy bag because it's got Freddy Krueger. It's got Chucky. It's got the It Clown. And she was stitching a hand from the Witchy Stitcher, and I can't remember what it said on it. And it had just his hand, his claw like this. And so I said, oh, that reminds me of my bag. Let me go get it. So I went and got it. I showed it to her. And she said, oh my God, it's so cute. So they're going to look for this fabric, she said, on the open market. Or I told them to contact Black Cat X Stitchery and see if she has any more of the fabric so she'll make her a bag. And that's by Tiffany Rubich. I think that's how you pronounce it. I told her to contact Tiffany and see if she has any more fabric. Anyway, I sent her a picture of the bag back so she could try to find the fabric. They also shouted out my new FlossTube on episode 8. And they put my photo at the end of FlossTube 8. where I met him at StitchCon. So that's kind of cool. I'll put another picture down below or at the end of this one too, if you didn't see the last one. But those are starting to become my good friends. I like sharing stuff with them, and they like sharing stuff with me. So it's kind of cool. I love talking to a FlossTuber on Instagram and YouTube and whatnot, and like they talk back to you, and you feel like such a fangirl. You're like, oh, like when I met him in the bathroom, and I said, that is not the Carolina Stitchers over there. And Joy just looked at me in the mirror, and she said, yes, it is. Like she was scared for a minute. I was like, totally fangirl, totally fangirl. So let me drop my book down. Hang on. Next, we're going to get into the what I've been stitching on between the 27th when I filmed FlossTube number 1 and right now, which is the 6th of July. So I finished the needle worker. I posted it on Instagram. I don't have my little board because if any of you have cats, you know what happens to cardboard. I left it on the couch, actually on the table that I was filming on, and they thought it was theirs, so my little board got destroyed. So I'm gonna have to make a new board, and I'll have it for you next time. But this is the Needle Worker by Cottage Garden Samplings. I think I also put a picture in my last thumbnail of this one. This is it. All finished. The buttons at the bottom. The little star belly is all buttons. Let me just tell you, that was not the funnest to stitch. And then look at the little bunnies in the pocket. Isn't that cute? So anyway, he's done. He's getting ready to be framed. He is my he's my FO, finished object. I don't have any FFOs, which are finally finished objects. But I do have a frame that I picked up at Goodwill, so I'm gonna work on that. The next thing I stitched on this week, I tried something new, guys. Now, let me know if you think this is a dumb idea. But I want to try to give all my whips a even chance at survival. So instead of just favoring one whip or 2 whips or 3 whips, or me picking what I want to work on, I put all my whips in the Tiny Decisions app. And I did it on my iPad, and I did it on my phone. And now I press the Tiny Decisions app, and I say, okay, it says, what whip should you work on next? And I put all the names in there. I press the center button, and boom, whatever it tells me to do, I go pull it out of my box and I work on it. Now, I may only work on it for like an hour, or from dinner to bedtime, or breakfast to lunch, or an hour in the car, and I can cross stitch in the car. Yes, it's a wonderful time. But I've been doing that. Somebody heard me talk about my frame, and they went and got it. I don't know if I'm going to paint on it or not, but it's kind of pretty. And I like to thrift, so why should I go pay a lot of money for a frame when I could do it myself for a fraction of the cost? So, pick that up. Y'all want to see what he looks like in there? It's going to be my first time. I think he's going to fit in there perfectly. Look at this. Hang on, I got to prep him a little bit so y'all can see. Well, obviously, each side is gonna fill him up. I might even be able to put a mat in there. But look, he fits in there. There's the frame right there. And he fits in there. He's almost like a 5x7, guys, because he's stitched. This frame is an 8x10. He's like a 5x7 because he's stitched on 18 count. Vintage Country Mocha, in case I didn't tell you before. So I think he's gonna fit in there nicely with like a little border. And I might even put a matting in there. I'm not sure. I don't think it needs a mat though. But I'm gonna try my hand at framing, so we'll see how it goes. I know a lot of you send your stuff out and get it framed, but this is not in the cards for me at this moment. So another thing I stitched on was the Shepherd by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is number 3 in the series. I'm not going to show you the top because I don't have any of him done. But I have the sheep portion still done. Now, last time I showed this, strings are everywhere. I have a little bit of parking situation going. Last time, I didn't have any of this done. All this brown and all this brown and none of this black square was done. So I got all that done in like one setting. Next, I think I'm gonna come up here and do some white up in here. Bring that white up. But it looks like there's something in the white up here. And there's like a quilt square right here that's filled in, kind of like this one down here. So we'll see what happens. When the Tiny Decision Maker pulls that up again, I will show it to you. And it will be written on my board down here. On my, make sure all my pins are off. My book of days. I write down everything I did. And I'm writing down in July. So, I'm staying caught up, guys. I'm just not staying up on the stickers. Okay? Don't judge me. So, the next thing I stitched on from the Decision Maker. Oh, I can't show you that one yet. That's my new start. Shh, don't tell me. Was the Scarecrow by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm going to go kind of fast through these, guys, because I'm going to be stitching on these every single week, and I don't want to bore you. But on this one, I got a little bit of this done right here. Of one of the stalks. And that was like a 1 or 2 hour event. So I'm going to kind of go fast. I don't want to dwell on these because I don't want to bore you. Now, the next one I stitched on was the Gardener. This is number 6 in the series. My sister's stitching this one at the moment too. She is getting close to a finish. She already has a snowman done. Here's mine. I did all of this light green here and here, and started the light green up in here, kind of edging this piece right here. So that's how much I got done on the Gardener. Like I said, I want to go fast because you're going to get bored seeing this every single week. The next one was the Postman, number 4 in the series. I got, what does that look like to you guys? I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's his foot. There's the Postman. I came back down over here. I was gonna start over there, do some more swirlies, but I got his foot in. Does everybody see his foot? It's a cute foot. It's a snowman foot. So I got that done. Fold these up, put them to the side. Now, here's something you didn't see last week. I got it in the mail. Let's look at the book. on Monday, the 3rd of July. I got this in the mail from my sissy, the Coachman. If you haven't seen him, he is really cute. See that little snowman mama and baby over there? That's where I chose to start. The little snow mama and that baby are gonna go right there. And I got it in the mail on the 3rd. And guess who started it on the 3rd? I am not a serial starter. That is Laura. I can't be called that because the name's already taken. So, I am a serial starter though. I'm just not gonna lie. But I like to start the things as soon as I get them in the mail. You know, that's not bad. So, my next thing I stitched on was in my Freddy bag. My Bluebird of Happiness by JBW Designs. Fabuloso. This is being stitched on, I want to say either 18 or 16 count. It's a mystery color because I have not heard from Mystic Fabrics yet on what she gave me. But here is my progress. Oh, look. I've got this, it's supposed to say reside within you. There's a bird, flower, a tall flower bush, and a small little flower thing in the back. And that top word is supposed to say reside. So the R-E is missing. I should be getting that in the next couple of days. Isn't that beautiful? I was worried about this light blue showing up on the fabric, but I think it looks great. What do you think? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. But I love this fabric. Again, it's by Mystic Fabric Arts. 16 or 18 count. I'm not sure which one. That was the free piece that Misty at StitchCon gave me. And I went and had to go buy 2 more pieces by her at Keepsakes. So, what's the deal with everybody's nose itching when you get on FlossTube? Has anybody heard that saying? I just watched some FlossTubes and they said, oh, there you go, my FlossTube nose itch. It happens to me too. That's weird, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna put that down below. That's in my Freddy bag. Y'all see my Freddy bag by Black Cat Stitchery. This is my one of my project bags. The Seattle Stitcher says me made bags. So this is a me made bag. It's got a handle. It's got this at the top. It's all fabric. It's pretty big. It's got my 3D printed dog hydrant on it. ID tagged to what's inside the bag. You put it on the back. You can either write it or print it on the computer. And it fits right there on the keychain. This bag was kept and not sold because look at the zipper really closely. And then look at the red fabric here. Yeah. Don't mention it. I didn't notice till after I got the whole bag done that the zipper was hot pink and the bag was red. My family said, you can sell it like that? And I said, no, I can't. I know it's hot pink and red. I can't do that. So my next thing I stitched on was my temperature drink chart. I got it caught up from May. I think I showed it in my last video. I took it to StitchCon with me, but I did not. Hang on. Took it to StitchCon with me, but I didn't stitch on it while I was at StitchCon. My sister said I should have brought it out while I was there, and I didn't. So, this is it all caught up. I got January, February, March, April, May, June. Oh, January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, July is not started. Over here, I'm gonna start July this Sunday. And I'm gonna start the shelf, and I'm gonna do like probably 10 days into July, and then catch up the beginning days of July. But I feel good about myself because I'm caught up to June. That's a big feat, guys. To stay caught up on something like that, I really didn't think I was going to be able to. The secret is to stitch it on every Sunday. This is a Amazon garbage bag. Garbage bag. It's not really a garbage bag. It's a zipper bag. But yeah, it's cheap. The next thing I stitched on, after I show you this, I'm going to show you my craft project that I might be working on soon. The next thing I stitched on was Teresa Kogut's Strawberry Manor. I gotta get to the front cover because I left it open. My sister bought it for me at StitchCon, and I didn't start it till I got home because I had to go get all the floss for it. And I'm using all DMC, and this I'm using, there's another pair of scissors. Those fit in there too. This I'm using the other piece of Mystic Fibers. Mystic Fibers. Everything else. 16 count Ada by Mystic. I said Mystic Fibers already, didn't I? Yeah. So here is my start. And my progression. That on top of the tree right here is a bird. I got some more strawberries down below. Some more strawberries over here. I got all the tree done, and I started on the bird. I think I got the 2 hearts done too. But I'm gonna work on that bird some more and up this side a little bit more, and maybe venture over this way. Not sure yet. That's the beauty with cross stitch. You could go any direction, anytime, any which way you want. You could start anywhere you want. You could end anywhere you want. It's not any law or rule. That's why I love cross stitch. Okay, now I'm gonna put that in my box. Oh, that's in an ugly Amazon bag too. If y'all remember my StitchCon Small, it was made by Beth Hoffman. And it is so cute and blue, but it's a little small for what I need it for, or for what other people are using them for. So I went on Amazon and I found this little jobby. It's a snap, which I think I'll like better than the zipper, because I think the zipper, I'll just like have to, you know, work too hard. So it's a snap. Let me show you the inside. I love these snappy things. These snappy things is where people put their scissors, and then they drop the bottom of the scissor down below. So when you close it like this, the scissor doesn't flop out and hit the bottom. And they keep this. I guess I'm gonna keep the elastic too. Put scissors here. This is the brand name from Amazon.
Here's what I found.
Siri's talking junk to me. So that's the brand name. You can see it down below on Amazon. Go look it up. It's cute. Anyway, down below here is what I'm going to be gutting. I'm going to pull all of this out like Beth did. See this? How it comes out? I'm going to pull all that out, and then let me show you what I'm going to put inside. I'm going to put it back down. Let me show you one. Now, down below in the comments down below, I need you to comment and let me know if you want me to do a video, play-by-play, showing what I did, not a tutorial. It's going to be a video showing what I did, not teaching. I'm not trying to teach you anything. I'm just trying to share. Okay, I'm nowhere by far close to Vonna Pfeiffer. She is amazing. I will never be as good as her, but I can try. She's amazing. Vonna, if you're watching this, you're amazing. This is what I picked up to go on the inside. Isn't that cute? It's like little fat quarters from Hobby Lobby. And it's black and white and sunflower. And I thought I could put like bumblebees and stuff in there too. So cute. And then I picked up some black trim by the Hobby Lobby. It's snowballs. It's like little puffy. Let me try to pull it out. I can't get it out. There we go. It's like little, it's not like snowballs. It's kind of like little puffy trim. But I thought that was cute. It's called Mini Pom Pom Trim, black. So that all is gonna go in this case somehow. And like I said, please comment down below whether you want a video of that or if you want just pictures of a play-by-play of before, during, after, how I cover the stuff. I think it'd be really interesting. So I'm coming on here to ask your opinion before I do something with it. That's in my little Hobby Lobby bag. I have 1, 2, 3 more things I stitched, 4 more things I stitched on, and then we're done. Another Amazon bag. Oh, this is just to say that, see the Hobby Lobby bag inside? That's all my floss for Welcome to the North Pole, which I haven't got yet. We'll see how that goes. The next one in a Amazon garbage bag is my other piece of fabric. Ooh, I cut it off. The fabric is 18 count Mystic Fibers Olympic, and it's Ada. This is that tag that wasn't checked off, but it's 18 count Ada. I'm stitching the kitties. Is it kittens in the round? Kitties in the round by JBW Designs. The model at Keepsakes inspired me to do. Hang on, I gotta move that needle because you can't see. So let me move my needle up here somewhere. You can't see the cats. Okay, they inspired me to do like a 3 cat, a black cat, 310 black cat inspired black cats. I have 3 black cats myself. One's kind of brown, but I love black cats. I got some black cats outside too. I love black cats. And no, I'm not a witch. Just because I have black cats, it just happens to be what is breeding around here, okay? I don't know if y'all know, but I like to rescue cats and give them new homes. If my husband doesn't fall in love with them first, I blame him. I do not blame me. He says I'm going through menopause. Did y'all get that? Because I'm crazy cat lady, I guess. Menopause. Ah, he's over there listening to me. He's not loud.
You sound like Joe Biden.
Oh, he told me to stop whispering because it sounded like Joe Biden. That's crazy. If you hear lightning or thunder in the background because you're listening with your headphones in, I'm in Florida and it's thunder and lightning out my back. Oh no, it's just lightning out my back window. Thunder and lightning. No rain yet, but it's coming. The last thing I stitched on in honor of 4th of July was, can y'all guess what it was? One of my only patriotic stitches, and that is One Nation. And I think I stitched down here. Can y'all see? This is 18 count vintage country mocha. I started in on Arizona. That's Arizona right there. You can't see it very well because I can't hold it up very well. Arizona. And as I stitch from this side in, and so as I go, I do a little bit of the top border and a little bit of the bottom border. But that's what I stitched on 4th of July. And a few days before, when the Tiny Decisions app told me to. This lives in an Amazon garbage bag also, with my floss drops. I just love these colors. The blue, Blacksmith Blue, Cupid, and Ecru. Euchre. Euchre, my husband said Euchre. From DMC. Because the white doesn't have any variegation in it, I just did Ecru or Euchre or whatever color you want to call it. So that's the end of my FlossTube, guys. I don't have any more mentions or anything else. And I showed you my 3D printed bowls. And that's it. Hang on, there's something else. Like the salt box stitcher with her husband. Hang on just a minute. Oh, he wants me to show the base of the sand in the bottom of the base, makes it stable, so when you drop your scissors in, it doesn't tip over. So, and that has the cover on them still too. So look, and with this centerpiece open, I thought you could also make a pin cushion. Like you could totally put a pin cushion in there and have pins right here. And there's scissors going around the edge. I think that's the original plan of Primrose, Mama, or Mama Primrose. That's what I'm going to call her. I like that name, Mama Primrose. So, that's the end of my FlossTube. Please like and subscribe. And add me so you know when I post another video. And I don't know if I'm going to come on here every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. But I will be on here when I have stitching to show, or another 3D printed object, or new project bags that have been donated. We don't know. So y'all have a great day and keep stitching.